Hello once again everyone and welcome to Cruznik's Purgatory. I'm your host Cruznik X and we are 2 quests away from fully completing the Stormblood Astrologian storyline. In the last episode we arrived in Kugane, where we ran into Kyokuho yet again. And he told us of a foreboding disaster to befall Kugane. An angry spirit is threatening the city, and it's tasked to us to reinforce the barrier, but the barrier is weakening. In the last episode, we reinforced the barrier with Charlie and Astrology, but we need to find a more permanent solution. As such, hopefully we will be able to find it. But let's not waste any more time and get right to it with the level 68 quest behind door number 2. I have some good news and some bad news, Chris. The bad news is, a 37th reading of my great-grandfather's tomes failed to reveal anything about the bonds that the previous 36 readings had not. The good news, if you can call it that, is that we did discover where Grandmaster Kazan conducted his training when he was a... How does this help us? Good question. I'm still not completely certain myself, but it is more than we had the last time you were here, and an ounce of hope is better than none at all, so... What do you say, friend? Are you up for a journey across the Ruby Sea? I knew you couldn't turn me down! Still, the road ahead won't be easy. Yanja is large, and the scars of war run deep along the Gensui chain. It may be that which might have helped has already been claimed by Flame. We will have to place faith in our fortunes, and hope they guide us true. I've decided we will begin our search in Namai for the reason that... well... there is no reason. But you have to start somewhere, eh? You have to start somewhere. I shall meet you there. Safe journeys, Chris. Off to Namai. Do-da-do-do. Sha-la-la-da-do. And it's raining here, too. Rain, 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 that's all I ever see. The air is heavy with mist, and these shacks probably let in more rain than they keep out. Something like a tome wouldn't survive a single moon here, let alone the decades since my great-grandfather's training. Still, a few words with the village elders provided an interesting bit of information. Though it required some coaxing, several were able to recall memories of robed seers who resided in a nearby temple. A temple that was in use right up until the Gallian invasion and the subsequent banning of all religion. The building, called the Swallow's Compass, while since abandoned, still remains in good repair. But listen to this. The locals avoid it for fear of disturbing the spirits with which they believe the geomancers communed. Do you know what this means? There could still be something left inside! Come! Oh, you're going to make us fly there, aren't you? Alright, let's go. I can see it from here. It's a good thing we made it to level 70, because... There he is. The Swallow's Compass. Built during the rule of the first Doman king. I took the liberty to explore the grounds before you arrived and discovered this door. I know, it pales in comparison to that impressive gate behind us, compelling any normal thief or bandit to dismiss it outright, but then why erect a geomantic field to protect it? I sense the flow of powerful energies here. Whatever lies behind this door, the geomancers wanted to keep it safe. In fact, there may even be traps, which is why only I should attempt a crossing of the threshold. I mean, who knows what terrible guardians have been summoned to protect the temple. Oh, hello. You think that's gonna affect me? Barely even a challenge. Though that may be because of the Skaven gear I have glamored. Well, that was fun. Well, I guess now we know what terrible guardians was summoned to protect the temple. You'll also be happy to hear I was able to temporarily nullify the barrier, granting access into the chamber beyond. As there may be more traps, I ask that you wait out here to deal with them for me. Just kidding, I've already checked. There are no more traps. Probably. Fortune is with us, Chris. The scrolls were intact, the barrier having protected them from both the elements and thieves. It took some searching, but I believe I was able to locate several that touch upon the laying of geomantic bonds. At least, I think I was able to. The script on these scrolls is old and faded, not to mention written in a hand far beyond my comprehension. Luckily, Master Murakumo is almost as ancient as the tomes, and should have little difficulty prizing out their secrets. A decanter or six of hot sake, and he'll warm to the task. I'll see you back at the Shiokaze hostelry, Chris. I'll even save you a cup. No, you won't. I've never had sake before. Always wanted to try it, too. Alright, we're back at the Tenkonto, and back in Kugane. Where are they? Looks like we're going up. There they are.
Kyokuho, the Westerner has joined us. Might I suggest you do the same?
Oh, my apologies, Chris. You may want to sit down for this. Or not, it doesn't matter. Nothing really matters, does it? The scrolls, they contain knowledge of the complete ritual. In fact, it was in the very first one. Just on luck, right? Wind, water, earth. Creation of the bonds calls for the energies of all three, though this much even a first-year novice of geomancy could tell you. No, what gave us pause was the mention of a fourth energy, an energy to render the seal permanent.
Kyokuho.
Life! Don't you see, Chris? They spilled living blood to complete the ritual. They damned a soul to an eternity without peace so that their magics would not fade. I now understand why Grandmaster Kazan left no notes on the rites. He did not wish this knowledge to fall into the wrong hands. And because he never performed the rites himself, the bonds anchoring the barrier around Kugane were never completed. And that is why they require constant attention. No blood was spilled to make them everlasting. My great-grandfather would not sacrifice even a single life to achieve his ends, and neither will I.
That's enough, Kyokuho. There will be time to think on this with the morrow. Return to Kogane Dori and see if you can find some solace in sleep. I do not fault my master for keeping this dark secret from me. The burden would have been far too much for me to bear. But then, why tell Kyokuho's grandfather?
One can only guess. Let's speak with Kyokuho. I failed, just as did my great-grandfather, and my grandfather after him. We all knew the one means of creating a flawless barrier, and none of us could bring ourselves to do it. And lo, the bonds we strengthened but several nights past. Already have they begun to loosen and fray. They were weak for overlong, allowing Kinko to regain her strength, to mend her wounds, to feed her anger. And now there is naught we can do but watch as she gathers her minions for a final assault on the land she once ruled. Kugane does not stand a chance. Now would be a good time for us to stumble across that hope Lady Leveva's reading promised would be at the end of this road to destruction. Well, one can only hope. We shall see in the next episode when we complete the final chapter in the Stormblood Astrologian storyline, Foxfire. But until then, that's it for this episode of Cruise Next Purgatory. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the show. As always, if you're watching this on Twitch or live with PlayStation and you like this show, click the follow button. Be sure to turn on notifications so you're informed of all of my live streams and videos the moment they air. And be sure to subscribe to me for exclusive access to Cruise Next Purgatory. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like this video, click the like button below and leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel by clicking here. Click here to watch more by me. Click here to watch the next episode. And click here to watch the final episode of the Stormblood Astrologian storyline. Until next time, Cruise X, signing out.